Nigerian army reconsiders its decision. All right, gentlemen, let's move on. Throughout history, traditional institutions serve as the bedrock for promoting social cohesion and integration. Hence, traditional rulers are still vital to society. The governor of Imo State and chairman of Southern Governors Forum, Hope Uzodinma, acknowledged that they promote peace, stability, and unity in the community. While hosting traditional leaders in Abuja, Governor Uzodinma urged them to continue to collaborate with the government as they are the symbols of national identity. He also advocates provision of constitutional roles for traditional rulers for better results. Let's share the story by TVC News. Abidul Lawal with you.
Traditional rulers in Nigeria continue to command respect from their people and have considerable influence within their domain. This meeting with traditional leaders from the southern part of the country is aimed at fostering collective peace and unity amongst different ethnicities in the south.
If you are united from the southern part of the country, the southeast, the south-south, the southwest, you will not do a proper handshake to the northern part of the country, the north central, the northwest, and northeast. Because the prosperity we are looking for can only come if we get the buy-in of every section of this country.
Traditional institutions are now co-opted to contribute to nation building and participate in the process of governance.
Before politics, you believe in culture. Before politics and beyond politics, you believe in the essence of traditional rulership and the roles that we play. And that's the reason why we have actually gravitated towards your cause and your belief. We are traditional rulers first, which is beyond politics. Nigeria and togetherness of our country is of paramount importance to us. Our ancestors and our forebears developed very strongly the Eastern Traditional Council and the Western Traditional Council of Traditional Rulers. We have come back to those days.
This meeting will further place emphasis on the role of traditional rulers in nation building as they also galvanize support for the government in their communities. Although government is a formal institution, traditional leaders have continued to play an important role in nation building as they are the closest to the people. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
All right, then, gentlemen, I mean, it's interesting to hear a sitting governor call for this kind of meeting. At the time, some concerned stakeholders or some concerned Nigerians are asking for more recognition of our traditional institutions.
Yes, it makes sense to give them more responsibilities, give them a definitive role in the Constitution, get them more involved, especially in the security of their domains. This was the case before. Traditional rulers were very powerful in the past.
What changed,
They were also excessive in the use of power. Today, those who experience what we call native authority police. Native authority police were directly under the control of traditional rulers. You will see that in some parts of northern Nigeria, many parts of northern Nigeria, prisons are located very close to palaces of kings, of emirs. And these emirs were so strong that once they pass judgment on you, they are sending you to prison located behind their house, behind their palaces. So they were excessive in the use of power. Some of them were also blatantly partisan. For example, some traditional rulers in northern Nigeria were heavily pro-NPC. And traditional rulers personally persecuted opposition elements like NEPU. headed by Amino Kano in those days. Kano, Dambazao, Bello Ijumu, all of those pre-independence day popular politicians. So after that era, the powers were taken away. When you hear of Jengeli tax, if you read history, you will have heard of there were riots against Jengeli, the taxes that emirs imposed. So there was a time when emirs were very preeminent in terms of the powers, the content of the powers that they had. But that era is gone. Try to interview Tanko Yakase about state police. I don't think he will allow you to finish talking about state police because he was a victim of state police as executed by traditional rulers. They don't want to hear it. Some of them went to jail. Some died. So, but now, those powers that they had are gone. And what people want now is for traditional rulers to be able to take control of the local matters, security. People coming into your domain. Who are they? You should be able to profile people. Yes. They should have structures in place that enables them to profile people and identify bad people. So that once bad people are identified, they shunt them aside and stop them from coming into the community and carrying out their nefarious activities. So I support giving them a definitive role in the Constitution, especially in the area of maintaining law and order, working with the recognized security apparatchik in their domains and helping to achieve peace. They will be able to do that. Some of them have background even in security. Look at the Sultan of Sokoto, for example, a retired army colonel. So I agree with Governor Uzodinma that we should give them a definitive role in the Constitution and that they should use their roles to unite, use their positions to unite our people, forge brotherliness between our people. So it's a good thing that this governor is championing the idea of bringing traditional rulers together and helping us to achieve through them national cohesion. I think what he has done really makes sense, and I want to encourage him to even do more. Let's have more interactions with these people because they are influential and they are right.
Asuko.
Yeah, I think Governor Hope Uzodinma seems to see the importance, as in the importance of the traditional institution. I remember when he came in, he actually brought back the 15 traditional rulers that were rejected by the former governor, Emeka Ihedora. Those traditional were actually rejected, but he brought them back. And he was able to, harmonize them and bring them back into the system. So him bringing the southern traditional rulers together to see how they can foster, peace. That inclusion is very vital, because if you look at the South generally, we might think, don't have security challenges. We have. And the only set of people who can help mitigate this insecurity in whatever form are the traditional rulers, because they are very close to the people. They are the ones who know who and who is coming into their domain and who is not. Okay, I remember interviewing one traditional ruler in Ekpe, and the major thing is, I asked him his major challenge. He said it was insecurity, but that he has been able to create a small vigilante group, okay, that can always detect who is not staying in his domain, and then they will profile the person. So if at that level, the person, that traditional is doing that, you understand that we need a broader thing, a broader perspective, as in giving them major roles. And in the Constitution, we are not saying give them plenty money or giving them, but give them that constitutional role whereby the traditional institution will be in the Constitution. So when they are talking about the executive, or the local government, we should be able to talk about the traditional institution and give them what they need to do. Because if we don't do that, this so-called insecurity, because insecurity starts from the local level before it boomerangs to become something that is a cancer. So if we can stop it from that local level, it won't be a big problem. So that is why we need them.
The overall development of the country as well.
Yes, of course.
All right.
Of course.
Thank you very much. Let's